Now, what a weekend it's been for our next guest. Time to speak to a man who supports now the champions of England. Of course, we can say good evening to Dr. Octagon.
Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon,
he is here. Good evening, Noel Gallagher.
Evening, Noel.
All right, boys.
All right, you sound very happy. A big smile on your boat.
Yeah. Good. Happy days.
Yeah. No shock, really, in the end, was it?
No, not really. No, there was. Like I said before, I couldn't see us actually getting beat by that mob. But if it had gone on maybe another half an hour or into the second half, you never know. But no, in the end it was quite routine, quite straightforward, no drama.
We spoke to you throughout the season, and there was never a time when you went, I think I fancy it now. When was that time? Was it like 3 minutes before the referee blew it when you were leading 2-0?
Do you know what the funniest thing was? All right, when there's 90 seconds left on the clock. And it was the first time I've heard the City fans singing "We're going to win the league." Right? The Liverpool fans were singing it for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
90 seconds, and even somebody beside me was going, "Hey, don't jinx it, don't jinx it."
Did you? Because it was a formality, really, and of course you had to wait till I think the 39th or 40th minute till Nasri scored. Did you enjoy the game? Could you relax in it or not?
No, well, not until the second goal went in, but not really because. You just never know. You never know, like a crazy sending off, or a penalty, or if we'd have gone a goal down and Liverpool were winning. I don't know. You don't really enjoy it until the second one went in, and then you kind of think, well, there's no coming back from this now. It's done. But these last days. I mean, you can't really enjoy it on the last day anyway. Anything can happen. I mean, if we win it again. Try and get it done before the last game. I was saying to Vinny yesterday, try and get it done before the last game next time so we can actually enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Is there a different kind of feeling? Because, of course, the last time you won it 2 years ago was the first time you won it in such a long time. But you sort of half expected it. You won it 2 years ago. Does it feel the same, winning 2 in 3 years, or is there a different feeling?
It's different. For me, I mean, I wasn't there last time, so it's the first time I've actually been in the stadium and seen us do it. But for me, it's better because it means that now we're serious big players in the league. To win it once, like Blackburn, do you know what I mean, is a flash in the pan, innit? You know what I mean? And to go and do it twice, and the other 3 times we haven't won it, we've come second. It's big now, you know what I mean? And it feels pretty good, I've got to say. It feels pretty good.
I mean, I tipped you guys at the beginning of the season. You do have the best squad, but there was a period towards the end there, and I remember speaking to you and saying to you, are City chokers? Because after that defeat to Liverpool and then the drop points against Sunderland, all of a sudden it was handed the other way. But you look at the running I've got in front of me now, that victory away at Everton and away at Palace, they're 2 big victories going into that straight.
Unbelievable. We look at to win the last 5 games, score 11 goals and concede 2. That's what it's all about. We spoke about it leading, even I think after we got beat by Liverpool. Come on, and we're saying, do Liverpool have those players to get it done? Do you know what I mean? And it goes to prove that they didn't. And City's running has been utterly flawless. That when Liverpool got beat by Chelsea, we went out and we just did the business. We played like China, and then we just did what we had to do.
Any sympathy for Liverpool now?
No, because they were bigging themselves up for quite a while, and all the line in the streets singing we're going to win the league, and all that. The media got a bit intoxicated with all that, with the coach pulling up outside the ground and all that, and the fireworks going off, and when we got beat by Liverpool at Anfield, Steven Gerrard in his interview afterwards said that it shows how far Liverpool have come because they're just beaten the so-called best team in the league. Well, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, there's a reason why they call the so-called best team in the league, because we are.
He might have been listening, but he's probably just turned off. Let me get your view on exactly what happened after the final whistle. I've seen pictures of you with what I can only assume is Vincent Kompany's armband on. Yeah. How on earth did you blag that?
Well, we're up in the stands, and a mate of mine who works at City says, "Do you want to come down? Do you want to come in the tunnel? When they get the trophy?" So he says, "Yeah, all right." So we got all the way down, and then there was a bit of a delay because they couldn't. The trophy was being engraved, and there was a bit of a wait in the players. And Vinny had kind of seen us stood down the end of the tunnel, and he came down, and we gave him an hug and congratulated him. I just said flippantly, I don't even know, I wasn't like playing that. I just said, "Yeah, it gives you an armband," and he kind of went, "Go on then," kind of took it off, and I thought, that's the only joking, but nice one anyway. You know what I mean? And so then the players went on the pitch, and then I was just saying, I was with Johnny Marr, and I was saying to Johnny, I'm not standing in this tunnel, I'm going out, I'm getting involved. I'm going out there, I'm getting involved. I've got the armband, I'm having someone's medal. Like, Rodwell, come here, you don't deserve that, mate. You have played, give us that medal. Micah Richards, I want yours. Lescott, give us that.
And you put it on, though. I saw a picture of you with Aguero, and you've actually got the armband on, like an 8-year-old kid would have done.
I've got it on now, I've got it around the floor. But it was, it was an amazing... It was amazing to be on the pitch, and those players they've been brilliant. I mean, everybody. I mean, even when we got there yesterday, it was just as we were kind of before the game was starting. I was talking to Patrick Vieira, and I was saying, "Oh, I'm a little bit nervous." And he was saying, "Why?" He said, "I can't believe you're nervous." So he said, "Look at." He reeled off the players who were going to play, and he said, "You shouldn't be nervous with players like that in your team." I said, "No, but you kind of just think, what if it goes wrong?" And he said, "Trust me." He said, nerves won't come into it today. And he was right.
Tell us now, what was the party like last night? Where did you go?
We stayed at the ground for a bit. I had to do a picture with, I think, every living soul. I think 47,900 pictures yesterday. And so stayed at the ground for a bit, and then had to be back at work this morning. So we got the last train home, which was... It was a bit raucous. There was champagne being drunk and songs being sang, and... We pulled in at Euston Station at the same time as a train arrived from Liverpool, carrying a load of Liverpool supporters.
Oh, my...
Oh, dear.
Come on, what happened next?
Do you know what? I got to say, it might have been the greatest feeling I've ever had in football.
Yeah, I can
Did your trains come in together, or was yours just in front of theirs?
I was coming 2 minutes before theirs, yeah. But it was just like, oh dear, So we give it to him a little bit, but it was all good, mate.
Good.
Now let's the big news in football today, of course, is that Roy Hodgson has named his squad. Any surprises there for you? I mean, good to see the young lads, Barkley and Shaw, get a chance.
Yeah, Barkley, great. I mean, it seems like he's fallen in between two stools, like what most England managers do. He's gone for a bit of youth and a bit of experience, but I should have taken... I mean, if it was up to me, I'd have taken all the young lads, do you know what I mean, and just...
Who else would you have taken?
I'd have taken Stones.
Yeah.
I'd have taken... who else is in? I haven't actually seen the list yet, but I wouldn't...
Flanagan?
I'd have taken Flanagan, absolutely, yeah. I mean, all these players have played... they've played... The thing about Flanagan is he's not actually played that many games either. Do you know what I mean? And they've played at the top level all season, and they've done it. But I'm glad he's not taken Carrick and Cleverley in that, because I think their days are over. Do you know what I mean?
But I agree with you in as much that it's good to see the young kids there. I just hope he plays them from the start. It's all very well having them there for the experience, but if he starts with I don't know, Gerrard, Milner, Lampard, then it's like, what's the point of doing it?
I don't think he'll play Lampard and Gerrard in the same team.
I hope he doesn't, but for me, it's crying out for people like, for Barkley, for Lallana, obviously Gerrard, to start the game and see where we go from there.
I mean, with the greatest respect to Frank Lampard, he's been an absolutely incredible player for Chelsea all these years. Really? I mean, what is the point of taking him to the World Cup? What is the point? I don't understand, because he's going to keep Barkley out of the team. And really, he should be starting, because he's the future. He should be getting tournaments under his belt now, so that when he hits 27, 28, 29, it's not new to him. But with the greatest respect to Frank, I'm not sure.
Well, the only thing, I'm looking at the squad in front of me now, and I didn't think Frank would go, in all honesty, and I wouldn't have taken Frank. But when I look at the midfield, it's actually very young. You take Gerrard out of that, and if he does pick up an injury, I think that midfield is very, very inexperienced. Barkley, Henderson, Lallana... Milner's experience in there. Oxlade-Chamberlain,
Wilshere.
Sterling, and Wilshere. I think he's going for as much as anything. Is experience?
Yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, it is quite young. But at some point, an England manager's going to have to go in with. He's going to have to go in 2 feet. You know what I mean? Just go for it. You know, I mean, I see. What has experience ever counted for England?
True.
Up to this point, nothing.
I agree.
Absolutely nothing.
Well,
what about a bit of youth, no fear? I'd go for it.
I think one of the worries is the fact that we've only got 4 strikers going. That for me is a worry. Lambert, Rooney, Sturridge, and Welbeck. If you would have taken one of the midfielders out and put another in there, I think that would have, personally. I'm not sure we're
that strong up front, are we? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think Rooney is yet to convince on the world.
But who replaces Rooney when he's?
No, I mean, I'm not saying that there's like a wealth of talent, English talent anywhere knocking around the game. I'm just saying we're just not strong in that area because Rooney, you could probably put your house on him not turning up for another tournament, and then Ricky Lambert, really, Danny Welbeck, really. I don't know. It's all a bit. It's a bit. There's nothing that exciting up front, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's we don't have an Aguero. I mean, we don't have an Aguero or Suarez. But I think we look all right at the back and holding midfield, and the keeper's solid. Our tournament's going to go like that. I think it's going to be a grind.
You mentioned there about Wayne Rooney. He's got to turn up. He hasn't had a good tournament, I think, since 2004. Really, when he picked up that injury. This is massive for him.
It's huge. When you see these Nike adverts, with Neymar in and Ronaldo, and then you see him and you just think, what warrants him being in it? Do you know what I mean? He's never really... He gets world-class wages, and that's about it. If you're making a list of the top 10 players in the world, he wouldn't even be in it.
Well, I think if he could take his league form to international level, then a lot of people will be happier, but he can't seem to do that at the moment.
I think he's a good player when he plays in a good team. When I think you have to put people around him, or he's like. I mean, even like for United this season, he's been no great shakes, and he's never been that good for England. I think. I don't know. I mean, I'm in the school of thought that he's peaked about 3-4 years ago. Anyway, I think.
Well, we had that conversation a few weeks back on the show. Let me ask you about the World Cup. Actually, are you going? Have you spoken to any of your pals like Balotelli? Or
yes, I'm going to the final.
Are you honestly?
Yes, all sorted.
Oh my goodness.
All sorted. I have my tickets in the bag.
Hold on. Tickets, Jay. There's an S on the end. He's trying to tell us something.
Yeah, well, I'm actually get on this. So I come in and I said I blagged the trip through Adidas, and so they give me a +1. And my missus sat here going, I said the trip to Rio's come off, unbelievable. And she went, oh yeah, it's all right for some, innit? And I said, it is all right for some. I said, but you know what, love? This is your lucky day, because you know what my +1's going to be? It's going to be you taking the wife.
And what did she say?
Well, she's absolutely in love with me again. I might even get a kiss and a cuddle tonight.
Just careful where you put that armband.
Oh, she's wearing it at the garden. Don't worry about that.
All right, well, listen, thank you as always for coming on, pal. It's a pleasure. Well done. Listen, well done on winning the league, Hats off to you. We've said it before.
Yeah, congratulations.
The best team over the 38 games. So
I think so. But you know what? I'm really, even as the final whistle went yesterday, looking forward to next season, because I think, I was saying to a mate of mine there, saying, I think that Jose got bored during the run-in because he had no one to fight with, because Pellegrini wasn't biting. Rodgers was his mate. He's going to be thrilled Van Gaal is in the Premier League next season.
Yeah.
Because he'll have somebody to go at. No, seriously, because I just think he got bored. I just think he thought, my team ain't doing it. I can't really get up anybody's nose here. The press love me. I can't fight with Rodgers because I've known him. Pellegrini's not interested. Right. Give me the Dutchman, please. Give me the Dutchman over here. So I think next season is going to be pretty explosive from the start.
I can't believe it's just finished and already we're talking about next season.
Yeah, but it's so near. You know what I mean? We all were coming out of the game yesterday just thinking, great, Charity Shield, come on, Hull.
Yeah. Well, we got about 3 or 4 weeks off.
It's absolutely right as well. Yeah. Absolutely right.
We got about 3 or 4 weeks off. Then we got the World Cup. Another 3-4 weeks off, and it's back on it.
Yeah, I mean there should be no mid-season tours or anything. That's just straight through one. There's hand out a trophy once every 9 months. Have the weekend off and go again, innit? Change
just
kit.
Keep going.
Yeah, let's have it.
Thank you, pal, as always.
Cheers, Noel.
All right, mate.
See you soon, mate.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Not 100.